Welcome to Cool Life Podcast, brought to you by therealthingdating.com. www.therealthingdating.com.
Polydor Records for out scouting. This girl grabbed my bangs and ran my head right into the speaker.
Oh,
And everyone cheered like this. Yeah.
When we shot the scene in Good Will Hunting, I didn't know who most of these people were at the time. I mean, they weren't stars. It was Gus Van Sant that directed it. Gus Van Sant was on the floor with Matt Damon's character. I didn't even know who Matt Damon was at that time.
I'm Eva John. I'm a former candidate for local government. I was a children's television entertainer, and I love this world, and I believe we should take care of each other and have a lot of fun along the way. Welcome to Cool Life. Here we go. I'm Eva John for Cool Life Podcast. Today, John Stewart joins us for part 2 of a 2-part conversation, and please enjoy. It really happens, and you bring in themes like, lately, and I'm telling you, we're going to play this at the end of the show, The Other Kind. And once again, because it's a cool song and I like it. But
Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Really, it's the song that gets you a lot of attention. And, there are people who would say, oh, right, that's that song there with all the dark themes and the bones. And
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
My friend from England mentioned, and it's like, yes, that's right. He did use dark themes and bones in there, and
Yep.
and it's like, what do you say to that? You are definitely drawing on something that it's it can be kind of a narrow path, because there may be people who would say like, okay, that looks like bones, like so looks like a theme of like death, and you've got this song Naked Sacrifice. So naked means no clothes. Sacrifice means something is being brought to its end to honor someone or something else.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I get what you're asking. So yeah, like I love the explaining stuff through darkness,
Right.
Especially in a world right now so incredibly dark and incredibly unknown where things are going. I think people can relate to that. However, a large part of what I like to write about is in darkness, you will come out. With light, you will come out. You just will, regardless on how that is. However, there's many sides of this. Many sides of this. This brings it right down to like how I like to write, kind of cryptically, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like that. I do that for a reason. It's partly that I make jokes about. It's my own self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's my my way of communicating sometimes with some people, and I love the fact that I can do that. And the reason why is you see so many people going online and blasting about everything that's gone wrong to them, and how much they're just, they're so upset at what happened at the coffee shop that morning. They're so, and can we just have a break from it for a minute, or a break from it, and just, and so when I write these songs, and they're not taken out of consideration about people's bad days. Yes, absolutely, it exists. But what about the chance to just smile and sing, and yeah, it's just. I also made another point to someone a while ago, and someone commented on this. If a ninja is going to battle, he is not going to tell you where he keeps his sword. He is not going to.
Right.
And I don't know where this kind of relates to this, but in a sense it does. It does, because when it comes to the songwriting, people ask me why do you use a lot of dark arts when it comes to this. That is kind of one of the explanations of it. Is I do like that kind of thing. So it's part of me. So
Right.
that is kind of why I do that.
It's one of the tools in your toolbox that you're able to wield, very well, and to the point where when something is truly done from a place of creativity, and when there's like a message, then I think that there's more to it than bones, even where there's people might say, oh, we enjoy a certain film and the film has a lot of violence in it, but when the violence looks more like a choreographed dance, and
Yes,
it isn't about
that's right.
violence happening, it's about the timing and the so-called fight sequence that rather than putting on ballet slippers, what they did was they had them put on black suits and have weapons. So in some ways, seeing a darkness in the video, darkness in the sounds and in your music, I think there's far more to it than just it being about darkness. It's certainly conveying all kinds of love and all kinds of passion.
Exactly.
It's,
especially passion.
Yeah, and if that isn't enriching and energizing and uplifting, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
I know I like your music, John Stewart.
Oh, thank you.
Well, rather than go on about anything else, why don't we jump into hearing another one of your songs? So
sure, sounds good.
We'll take an opportunity to listen to I Want to Get You Alone and see how we enjoyed that. And then we'll take a little break and talk about our sponsors and supporters, and then we'll be back with more conversations with John Stewart on Cool Life Podcast.
I want to get you alone with all of your misery. I want to get you alone with all of your mystery. I want to get you alone like we're always dancing. I want to get you alone. I'm tired
Those lonely days of lockdowns and isolation are gone for good. Go to www.therealthingdating.com. That's www.therealthingdating.com. It's time to share. Share your time, share your life, share your love. www.therealthingdating.com. Join for free. Upgrade at any time, starting at just $5.99 a month. www.therealthingdating.com. Because it's time. This is Cool Life Podcast. Please remember to subscribe to Cool Life on your streaming service and on YouTube as Hellenique Today. That's HELENIQUE Today. Because that helps us to bring more cool stuff to your ears. You're listening to the Cool Life Podcast. We'll be right back.
Manuka honey. When my friend showed me that, Brandon was our drummer in the David Bowie project.
Right.
He showed me that, and Brandon, even though he plays loud drums and a metal act, he's a beautiful R&B singer. And I said, how are you getting your voice to sound so soft and so sweet, perfectly like that? And he says, Manuka honey. Nothing else. Manuka honey. He said, it's like oil for your voice, but don't take too much. Because too much, it makes it too slippery. You won't be able to hit pitch. And he's right about that.
Interesting.
Too slippery. You could have a completely destroyed voice.
Yeah.
You take a couple teaspoons of Manuka honey in tea.
Right.
You're good for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Completely destroyed voice.
I see. I think I've sort of heard about it. I didn't know what it did. I didn't, and that even then, that was like, I know, 30 years ago I might have heard about it, but I did not know. So that's what it does, eh?
It's what it does. It just gives you your voice back temporarily.
My trick was vinegar, and it kind of still is. Yeah. I'd like a tablespoon of vinegar and like half a cup of warm water, like not hot, but like cold.
Lukewarm water is great.
Yeah. And then just sip that and just start sipping it like a couple hours before your show.
Exactly.
And then it helps to heal damage in your throat. And I always tell people it doesn't matter if it's like apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar, just whatever. If you got vinegar in your house, it'll fix you. And it's like
so many good uses.
That was my thing. Two shows a day, right? It's just like if your throat isn't working, people aren't going to get paid. So
no, that's right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's when I learned that one. Wake up in one town, perform in another, drive to another town, do another show, and then get to your hotel in other town. Like, where am I?
Condition.
Yeah. And wake up and you're ready and rearing and raring to go. But you know there's a certain way that you live when you're on the road, when it's like it's a split between who you are performing and who you are as basically your own medical center. Just making sure you don't get an upset stomach and making sure that your voice is in.
With Biff Naked years ago, she was, back then, she had some health issues.
No, I recall she talked about it.
Yeah, like a walking pharmacy, naturopath pharmacy. She could take care of herself and be great, but she gets backstage and just see her go, oh,
Yeah. Well, it's like really almost like those moments on stage is what gives you the strength, the adrenaline. You get through it, and then every last bit of strength is used. You get off the stage and you can barely move or walk or anything. But
that very last Elvis performance, Unchained Melody, that very last performance, you can tell the man was terribly sick. Right. He was awfully sick, and he just barreled through it, and it still sounded amazing. But you can tell he's obviously like taking medication or whatever it is, cough syrup, whatever it was he was drinking, but like something to keep him going just even for another 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, I know. It's Well, what can I say? I've something I've believed. I don't know how other people take it, but I remember the first time I heard it, and I just thought, yeah, when you're hearing the truth, but for an artist, the best way to die is on stage. Like,
It is.
there isn't, like, if you say, oh, it's going to be traumatic for your audience, but the thing is, all we really want to do is our thing. We want to do our thing. If we can get to go out there one more time, I
Yeah,
mean, I used to say one show I did, twice a day, and we'd say a little prayer before going on, and it wasn't really prayer. I'd say, oh, we get to do this one more time. We get to
exactly.
go do our best. And
Exactly.
if Elvis would do that just to be able to keep himself going, and I get it, right?
Exactly.
And who wants to die in a bed? But
I know.
but I mean, if you do, you do. But God knows that as like an artist, it's like if you can just be up there one more time,
Yep.
that's the best. But
Exactly.
anyway, I'm just gonna pretend I don't miss perform. I don't actually. I don't miss performing. There's parts of it I
Oh,
don't at all. And I like being a grumpy old lady and being able to do what I want, call my own shots mostly, and
that's sweet.
whatever aspect of my life, for better or worse. Um, but and also being able to do this and interact with truly talented people like yourself, and to try to carve an even better place out in the world for you one way or another.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really, really, really great. And I feel really blessed and fortunate that you are available to do this again. I'm glad to have you on again. And we are back on Cool Life Podcast. I'm Eva John, and we are talking with John Stewart. And this is a wonderful opportunity to talk to the songwriter, the artist himself, after just listening to your song, I Want to Get You Alone. And this is a kind of a different sound. Was there something different in the way that you put this song together, the way you wrote it?
Not really. This one though. This one, I've actually had this one in my back pocket better half of 20 plus years.
Wow, really?
And the not the lyrics, but so much, but the music itself. I've been obsessed with this and have never done anything with it. And I felt it right for this, for Holy Asylum, because in the recording there is you don't hear a lot of many different voices, but there is a lot of harmonies in it. There is a lot of it's just completely different than the rest of it, right? And we all love it. We love playing it. It's fun, but it also falls in with this current. It's part of this current realm of songs. It's very much part of it,
Right.
in a way where it's very much about right now and what's going on, and in my life, and and it's it's a song that makes people jump and bounce to every time I play it. It's I love doing it. It's at the very very ending of it too. It has more room for more notes and more vocals in there, and I just constantly hear like a choir sound almost in behind it. It's a fun tune though. It's like if this was Billy Idol, this would be Moni Moni. This is my Moni Moni, I guess.
Right.
It kind of is that, right?
Yeah.
Others have said that before. I was like, it is kind of that, right? So
it is kind of that, but you've taken it in a different direction, and you've also, I mean, you've given it a different feel, a different tempo, and it's like it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
And it's really, it's a fun jaunt, but I think that musically, it probably goes a little further and a little, I think there's more art to that craft.
There is, but it's a very very naughty song. I'll be very just straight, but it's a very naughty song.
We're all
And
grown-ups here, John. We are all adults.
Exactly. And I love that. So, I mean, has to be part of it, right? So that's why it fits.
Right.
So good.
Definitely, it's a fun jaunt, but musically, it's fun no matter what's being said. I love it.
Yeah, we take this one dead serious, very dead serious, like we do the others. It's not just a fun tune. It is fun, but what I mean is we also take it dead serious. The notes as they're placed perfectly as they are. I almost wanted when I wrote this, almost wanted a vibe of like something that would have been almost even Bay City Rollers, like even I would even say Stray Cats. I would even say
Right.
um, some kind of The Damned, some kind of moody rockabilly, and that's kind of what it is. Like this is a character almost. I tend to do that. Some have known me for years, like it know that I tend to create characters in a way, not so much like Bowie did, where he's definitive characters,
Right.
but this is a certain character kind of song. This one is that kind of is very Sid Vicious.
Well, for sure, it has the song carries a certain voice to it. So I do see that where there is you have brought something to life within that song that is
Yeah,
beyond what you were hearing in some of your other music. And
yeah,
I think it's easy to pull this one aside and say, what, what is going on here? And
exactly. There is the element too of my whole entire upbringing of the from the time I was a child, the old punk, British punk scene and
right,
stuff, which some was just part of my life, huge part of my life, and still is in some ways. I mean, that's part of homage to that, I guess,
yeah.
but it's not necessarily directly about that, but it is kind of part of that.
Well, true,
It's
and
part
really,
of
I
it.
mean, the whole thing about punk music, the punk scene at the time when it was a thing, not something we look back on, but when it was something that was in the air every single day, that
Yeah,
you didn't have to say something political in order for it to be a punk theme. You didn't have to say something
exactly.
as a fashion statement for it to, it just was.
Yeah,
And so the
yeah,
fact that, the origins of punk within that song are definitely there and identifiable without it being necessarily defined by specific lyrics or
no, yeah,
specific themes, right? And I think that's what gives it its own special edginess. It's your
yeah.
special little baby, your special
Yes, it is.
little punk baby.
Yes, it is. I. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love it. Tell me, I really am curious to know your thoughts
Mhm.
on the latest, well, I can't say latest, the musical phenomenon of boy bands, which has carried through a solid 20, 25 years
Yeah,
and affected the music industry,
sure does.
screaming young fans, and right up until now.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the contributions of boy bands as a phenomenon to the music industry?
It's funny you mention it. I wish they all go away. No, just kidding. I mean, I
You
mean,
heard it here, folks.
no, it's kidding. No, they're. It's interesting, like uh, when I do cover gigs, there are some songs that I cover. One of them is Robbie Williams.
Right.
I cover his song Angel, and when he was in Take That, even though they were very much considered a boy band, as well as there's many different bands that boy bands call them. There's a current Asian boy band that are just incredible. They're amazing. They're like a six-piece group. I cannot remember the name of life of me, but they're
Sorry, are you referring to BTS?
the BTS. Thank you.
We are
So good.
BTS,
Yes,
and
yes.
they're a seven-member band.
Seven. That's it. Seven. That's right. I
So
thought it
let's
was
see,
six.
that's RM and
Yeah,
V and J Hope and
yeah,
Suga And
Yeah.
I don't think I know the rest.
So good. So good. No, I think there's a place for it. Absolutely. I mean, who am I to say there isn't? But where do I see it? Where it fits? It fits in every 12-year-old's mind. Um, be it male or female, they're affected because they don't
So
admit it.
at this point, am I allowed to tell you that I started my morning with BTS and doing my little dance straight out of the bed
Good on you.
to just get my energy up and to
That's
give
awesome.
my good thoughts and prayers to Jin, who's in the Korean Army right now and
Oh, hmm.
doing his time there. The band's on a kind of a hiatus and
No kidding.
still
Oh,
collaborating with Coldplay. Jin did, was it Jin that did the collaboration on The Astronaut with
oh
Coldplay?
wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And it's, I mean, I find it uplifting, upbeat. I don't put walls up for my music for the
Hmm.
most part. And yes, I like to take that in their day. And, I Want You Back, right? What a song.
Yeah. Oh, what an incredible song.
So we're taking a break to talk about our sponsors and supporters, and then we'll be right back on Cool Life Podcast. Those lonely days of lockdowns and isolation are gone for good. Go to www.therealthingdating.com. That's www.therealthingdating.com. It's time to share. Share your time, share your life, share your love. www.therealthingdating.com. Join for free. Upgrade at any time, starting at just $5.99 a month. www.therealthingdating.com. Because it's time. You're listening to the Cool Life Podcast. We'll be back in 3, 2, 1. And we are back on Cool Life Podcast. I'm Eva John talking with John Stewart. Now, I mean, when you, again, have a lot of different talented people brought together, do you see the value of, you'll see from time to time supergroups where they'll take, star from here, star from there, and, let them do their hits and come together and do their own special songs as well.
I find it exciting. I don't know. I think it's absolutely exciting. I love it every time I see it.
Right.
Not necessarily love the groups, but just, I mean, it's always exciting.
So
It's
you see
like
a value in supergroups.
I totally see the value in supergroups.
Yeah.
I totally do. I mean, it's fun when you get like, look who's playing together. That's incredible. That's incredible. How can you not like that? I think it's fantastic.
I think my beginning, middle, and end was Traveling Wilburys. And for me, that was like, someone could get Bob Dylan to join in on a group with other musicians that wasn't his own band. Wow.
Exactly. I mean, right there. Exactly. Yes.
Traveling Wilburys and thank you, Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Now, I wonder, over the years of different types of performances that you've been a part of, John, do you find that you've learned something from your audiences?
Oh, yes. My whole life. I'm a listener, major listener. I like to listen. I listen to everything. Yes, I definitely have. All the time. Every time I play a show,
Yeah.
there's a new experience. Every time playing like a little venue, there's a new experience. Someone's getting affected by it in a different way.
Okay.
This 2 weeks ago, I played an outdoor show where these people took a totally different take on "I Want to Get You Alone," and they were just explaining, oh wow, I love the way this sounds. This is like very very Beatles, like that wasn't the way I intended it, but I guess yeah, kind of. I can see where they say that. Sure, I can see where they say that. But I listen large to what I'm a big listener. What people tell me about thinking about like how I can better myself, but just in general. That's part of the magic of songwriting. That's part of it. Is listening. It helps you create other songs.
For sure. I mean, I guess some of those reactions, they tell you things, and you know, maybe you don't realize that there's something in your song, in your performance, and you realize that someone's moved, that someone is crying, that
Yes.
brought them to a profound emotional experience
Yeah.
just from something you've created, or that you know you've made a couple reignite their love, and they suddenly just have to show it, and they're hugging and kissing through your song because it's just brought them to a certain level where they want to express that, and being able to observe that and see, and it becomes this interesting exchange. You've given them something, and they'll give you something back.
Yes.
Wow, which is really beautiful, and an opportunity. Now, I wonder, John, is there any type of a cause that's near and dear to your heart?
Causes. Uh, Solving world hunger would be the best thing ever. Um, I'm absolutely terrified where things are going with the homelessness rate and everything. Um, Homelessness is the number one thing in my thought, for sure.
Right.
You know, definitely concerned about that.
Now,
So if there's a cause, that would be a
it is harsh reality that's been growing over the years, to think that somebody who they've done everything right, and
yeah,
work really hard, and situations change so that they cannot find that security and the most basic need to have a roof over their head. So I can understand why that would be something important to you, and it's
yeah,
certainly important to me. Thank you for sharing that. And
yeah,
Cool Life Podcast has also a mandate to do good works to help people when we're able to. And so it's nice being able to take that information from you, polling you as to what is important to you. And
yeah.
likewise, it is important to us. Well, thank you so much that you've taken the time to share your art, your thoughts, your
Thank you for asking questions.
I just honestly love having you here, love your music. And, you know, depending on when people listen to this, but we're going to be close to the Halloween season. And
Yes,
as a result, I think it would be fitting and fun for us once again to rock on out of here playing John Stewart's song, The Other Kind.
thank you.
And so thank you all for joining us. And please, let's enjoy The Other Kind on Cool Life Podcast. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Good to see you.
us and time's not with us. But if we can pretend that I can hear you calling, but if we can pretend my skin will shine in diamonds, but if we can pretend we're under the moon until the light takes us, I let you for the love. Teach me, angel, my devotions. You're the good, beautiful one. I'm the other kind. I believe we'll ride again to hell and back in our own minds. But if we can pretend that the birds are not angels, but if we can pretend someone is watching from the sun, if we can pretend I'll hold you until the light takes us, I let you for the love. Teach me, angel, I am fallen. You're the good, beautiful one. Teach me, angel, I am broken. You're the good, beautiful one. I'm the other kind. I met you for the love. Teach me, angel, I'm fallen. You're the good, beautiful one. Teach me, angel, I am broken. You're the good, beautiful one. I'm the other kind. And love is so, but I don't face it well. And love is so, but I don't face it well. You're the good, beautiful one. I'm the other kind.
And that was our show. Thank you for listening to the very end. Please remember to subscribe through your streaming service to get more access to our guest interviews. Also, please subscribe on YouTube to help support our podcast. Until next time, I'm Eva John for Cool Life Podcast. Thank you for turning me on.